Comic book canon is back. It's Sunday night. However, we are not in the same. We are same time, but not same place. Joe, tell us why.
Yeah, I'm here having a board meeting with the executive board of Comic Book Canon. All my investors are over here. AKA, we're at Friendsgiving. Check out the spread.
Oh,
we've got some pies. We've got many pies over here.
Oh,
lots of food, good stuff. Hanging out with friends tonight, but love you all. Be back next week.
Joe, are we twinsies? Joe, are we twinsies?
No.
Okay, my bad. Okay, thought we were. Listen, I got to get a soundbite from at least one person at your party right now. Who's there? I just want to interview somebody.
Interview.
Oh God. All right.
This is Rob.
Hey.
Hello, kind sir. Hello, Rob. How are you?
What's up?
Now, do you know Joe is part of the most popular live YouTube show on YouTube?
Is that true? The most popular
It's the
live?
most popular
It is the most popular
comic show.
Yeah.
No, it's not just a comic show. It's a lifestyle show. It's more than a comic show. Let's be honest. And everybody in the chat, let us know.
Well, we're not. I can't see the chat.
That's fine. Okay, real quick before we leave, Rob. Honestly, thank you for not contributing to our show. We truly appreciate that. Joseph, real quick, there's an Ask Joe question, but I have an announcement because it's not going to be Ask Joe tonight. It's going to be an Ask somebody else. It's going to be great. But Joe, real quick, Caleb, ask Joe, what's the best pie?
The apple one.
Oh, yes, we are the same. We are the same. No doubt about that. Apple pie is the best pie of all time. And it looks like you guys housed that apple pie. Well, Joe, go back to your Friendsgiving. Just letting everybody know, Joe is going to be somewhere in Pennsylvania, an undisclosed location, actually getting more investors in for the canon.
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, God, sorry. Anyways, either way, have a great night. Get some more food in you because you're looking a little skinny to me.
Oh, I'm definitely not skinny.
All right, well, we love you, and we will see you next week.
All right. Peace, guys.
Peace. All right. But with Josh not being part of Joe not being part of the show, Josh here is in the background playing along because we're going to have to bring you in anyways because we got news and the rumor report coming up. But I do want to announce, everybody, stay tuned. There is no Ask Joe. However, there will be an Ask Alicia segment. My fiance was kind enough to come on the show and take any questions you have for her, knowing that she lives with me. So obviously that's it's a big deal for her to be able to live with me. It's hard. I am a personality, but also it's bringing her a lot of gratitude is what I'm sensing from her. And I think that's going to show. You know what I mean, Josh?
I can't wait. And I have a question. Is anything off limits for the...
I mean, let's not be inappropriate and make, tear people down. But no, pretty much no. The way this community is, everybody's kind, caring, and considerate. So, yeah, nothing's off the table. And you'll get to know her kind of what she thinks about comic books, what her favorite comic books are, characters, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously, nobody's interested in what she thinks about me, you know what I mean? Or my disgusting habits, if there are any, which there aren't. But anyways, I digress because Joshua, I just got to ask you, how was your week? How was your week been? How was your weekend been?
Yeah, it's been a lazy weekend. I've been doing nothing but relaxing and chilling out.
You deserve that.
Yeah, I do. You're right. I mean, after all, week after week, I bring the news, the rumors, the people return to see me and try to get that spec game going maybe on their comics.
For sure.
Or maybe they just want to hear some interesting news. I do have one little drop to let you guys know. Pumpkin pie is actually the best pie.
That is actually false because as we all know, it's apple pie. Like, let's be honest. pumpkin pie doesn't even come close. But let's start the show. Like, honestly, we're not going to get into the discussions of what pie is better, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody will have their own opinion, but the only right opinion, the right choice is pumpkin pie. Okay. As I said, there's going to be an Ask Alicia segment. So get your questions in for Alicia right now. We are also going to debut a brand new segment that only Joe and I know about. The judge and Joshua have not seen that yet. Paul Bond, no, he's at Friendsgiving or something like that. We just went live with him on site at Friendsgiving. Everybody like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Right now, I want to bring on our editor, our news editor of the Canon. It is Joshua. Like, I'm bringing you back in like we haven't seen you already this episode. Let's just pretend, though, because we got lots of news, as the thumbnail suggests. We're going to get into it. Again, get your questions in for Ask Alicia. I'll keep reminding you to do that, and we have a new segment tonight. So, Joshua, why don't we just get started, because we got lots.
We got a lot of news to cover. Luckily, this last couple of weeks have been news heavy, believe it or not.
This week seems more DC than Marvel.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just get
There's
into
a couple
it.
Marvel things, but yeah. Let's go ahead. So let's start off. Man, I'm gonna need help with this name.
Omar Dueña is back as Blue Beetle. Tell us about that, Joshua.
Yeah, he will be returning to voice Blue Beetle in an upcoming DC Studios animation series. And he also said that, he's, returning to be the character, and it's the same character. It's not a reboot from his movie. And I honestly really like this actor, even though I can't pronounce his name. Fun fact, Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 just dropped over the weekend on Friday. And he stars in that, so love watching him work. I thought Blue Beetle was a decent film. I enjoyed it, and we'll see what happens. I know he's part of the Justice League, so could he be like the young Peter Parker joining the Justice League?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating. There was a lot of hate towards Blue Beetle. I went into it just being like, whatever. I thought it was fun. George Lopez, I'm not a huge fan. I don't think he's funny at all. We saw a different side of him in that character. He played his uncle. I'm excited to see them expand upon this character and the surrounding cast as well. So I'm expecting good things, and I'm hoping it kind of aligns with the DC universe or DCU, James Gunn's vision, because I enjoyed the character. I think it would be great seeing, Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, kind of, interact with other, main DCU characters as well. So especially the Justice League, like you just mentioned. Speaking of the Justice League, this character really has no place in the Justice League, but we're so excited for what's coming, aren't we?
Yeah, I love season 1, and Peacemaker season 2 is set to premiere in August of 2025. We literally just got last week during the show. It's like an 11-second clip showing, a quick little snapshot of the show. I love season 1, and it's a bit weird because like they announced it, even though this is Peacemaker season 2. Technically, season 1 wasn't in the DCU, so it'll be interesting to see how Gunn is doing this. It's a little bit confusing because, like I said, he said also some of the events from season 1 will be like part of continuity in the DCU, but I don't know. It's a bit weird on the way how they're going to do it, but like we said, season 1 was great. I didn't even skip the opening music video that they had during season 1, the intro. Every episode I watched that completely full. I was just like, I loved it. So I'm excited to see this. It's gonna be a good one.
I watched the opening for each episode as well. I loved it. I don't care how they bring him into the DCU, just as long as they keep the same tone, the same storytelling, the same characters. I'm very excited for this. I don't like the fact I have to wait till August of next year, which actually, it feels far away. It's definitely far away, but I'm super excited to see season 2. And I guarantee you 99% of our audience is as well.
Yeah.
Moving. I'm sorry, Josh. Did you have any more commentary with this?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, then we're going to move on to, we're going to skip over, because here's the deal. We're going to skip over the next thing that we had planned there. Let's leave that towards the end because you're going to want to review a little something, something. Am I right?
Well, technically, the next two pieces I see that we have are Marvel news.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yes, I actually did move that around. Fantastic. Let's move on to the Marvel pieces. Everybody like and subscribe and ask your questions for my fiance, Ask Alicia, who will be appearing tonight because Joe could not make it due to his friend's giving. All right, here we go. Joshua, what do we got for Marvel?
So I got some Punisher news. John Benethal's Punisher absolutely has a future in the MCU, says Marvel Studios head of television, Brad Winterbaum. So exactly what this means, we know that Punisher is showing up in Daredevil, Born Again, and it sounds like Punisher might possibly get his own series. We know he had two great seasons. Season one being the better. Season two I thought was okay, but just some was a little bit lacking. But yeah, I love John's take on Punisher all day long. He is Frank Castle, and hopefully after Born Again, we will see him possibly in his own show, maybe a movie, and see him interact with the MCU. I would love to see something happen there with Spider-Man,
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing considering his origins are tied to Spider-Man. His first appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, John Barenthal has cemented his position as the Punisher. I mean, he out of every actor, obviously he's done so many. How many episodes has he been the Punisher for? At least 8 in Daredevil. He's had 2 seasons. So it's like we're talking 24 episodes of him as the Punisher. And he absolutely is part of that legacy. Granted, it's not a long lineage of people or established actors, but I'm excited to hear that he does have that, because you know what that does, Josh? That kind of solidifies the fact that we are going to have these street level heroes. And yes, Spider-Man is more than street level. We talked about this a few weeks ago. He's not saving the galaxy with the Avengers most of the time. He's a street level hero. One of his most recent storylines was gang wars with, Tombstone, fighting in the streets of New York. So I definitely want to see a more grounded Spider-Man. I'm not sure if that will happen, considering he is, one of the top 3 characters of all time in terms of comic books. But, it's exciting to see what that will be.
I will have some digging into it, but I will potentially have some more grounded Spider-Man news next week.
Oh, we love the tease. We absolutely love the tease, Joshua. All right, moving on. Speaking of teases, it's like, is this really happening? Like this is confirmation from an actor knowing that Kevin Feige has a snipers everywhere is kind of interesting, don't you think?
Well, look, this actor, I think he can get away with whatever he wants. He's got star power, and you know what? He's one of my favorite actors, and it's so great because this movie isn't even confirmed yet. And he already confirmed that a role is being written for him. And, well, let's just get into it. Denzel Washington is set to make his MCU debut. He's doing press right now for Gladiator 2, which I'm excited to see, by the way. But he announced that he's got 5 to 7 more films, I think, and then he's going to retire. One of those being a role in Black Panther 3 that is being written specifically for him. Um, it's really interesting because quite a few years ago, before Chad passed away, he actually gave a toast to Denzel Washington. I think it was like a night of celebration of Denzel's films, and Denzel actually put him through film school and paid for it. So in a way, without Denzel, we wouldn't have Black Panther. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this. It could be potentially a lot of different characters that Denzel can play. It could be a new character we've never seen. It could be somebody from the comics. But yeah, Denzel Washington's one of the top tier actors, of this whole world, and I'm excited to see him enter the MCU.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I didn't want to pull down the slide for now because a lot of people are speculating he'll be Blue Marvel. I can't say either way. Josh, I know you've definitely heard that rumor as well. I have no question. We haven't even talked about it. I know you've already heard that. So who knows? Who knows who he could be?
Nobody has honestly even heard. The only talks about Black Panther 3 from my sources is that Marvel is looking to make it and they want to get it out after Secret Wars.
Oh, okay.
Now
So
that can change, but there's
soon,
nobody. There's been no talks about even like Denzel dropping this bomb. Denzel can do whatever he wants, right? I mean, Training Day,
Yeah.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
He listen. Kevin can shoot at him all day long with his snipers, and Denzel. He's gonna show up and probably shoot you back. So,
There you go. Actually, that's a
yeah,
good point.
but yeah, I'm
Equalizer,
excited.
right?
So, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see him in the MCU as well. Another top tier actor, one with many accolades. I really love the casting that the MCU, puts in place. I just have no idea who this character could be that he's playing, and it sucks because it's at least 5 years away. But I'll tell you what is not 5 years away. I think it's next year it's going to debut, is my favorite DC character. Not next year.
I think this is going to happen in filming begins in 2025. I don't think this is going to come out by the end of 2025.
They probably won't turn it around before 2026.
It'll probably come out beginning of 2026, like March, April, maybe.
I'm very excited about it, but let's just get into it because there's more casting news here. Talk about it.
DC Studios has been on a roll lately, and no surprise, they're about to go into production for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Green Lantern. We got our big leads cast, and now they're throwing out the cast. And they ended up casting a actress for a role that looks like it might be Jon Stewart's love interest. And
Jagannathan. I'm not familiar with her, but she's done
I am not familiar with her, but supposedly she played in Never Have I Ever and Big Little Liars. Actually, Joe might know her because I think he actually watches Big Little Liars, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
We'll have to get to his see what he says about that next week. But yeah, they're rounding out the cast, and the rumor is, like I said, she is a potential love interest for Jon Stewart.
Interesting. I mean, she matches the age, I guess, that Jon Stewart, or I'm sorry, Hal Jordan. You're saying Hal Jordan love interest, right? Or Jon Stewart?
Oh, Jon Stewart.
Interesting.
Hal Jordan's love interest was already announced a few weeks back.
By the way, we do have confirmation. Oops, my bad. We do have confirmation that Joe does watch that series. So again, we're gonna have to get that from Joe. I'm sure this actress, she's done quite a bit. I did a little bit of research when you showed me that this is going to be on the canon tonight in the news. Again, I'm excited. This is another experienced actor that's going to be part of a production that I think everybody has high hopes for. True Detective in Space sounds amazing. So we only hope for the best with that. And if it, this is going to be my segue here to the next thing. And if it comes anywhere like half as good as what we're going to be talking about next, I will be so happy because my God, Joshua, we got a lot to talk about with just this one topic right here. By the way,
me and you need to chat after the show since we didn't have a chance to. But man, let's roll. Let's roll into it.
Because here's the deal. I just want to tease again. Alicia, my fiance, will be on for Ask Alicia. She loved this series. So, Josh, if you have questions for her and her thoughts, she'll have thoughts. Trust me. She's really upset about some things. But go ahead.
So we're not going to spoil anything. Are we doing the review first, or are we talking about the news?
Talk about what you heard about season 2.
So Matt Reeves says he is in early talks about a potential season 2 for the Penguin. Obviously, this show has done a lot in the last month since it's been released. It has broken records. It is a big hit, phenomenal. Again, they really are not sure. They're having talks about it, but only if they feel like they can top, have a season two that'll top season one, which I think would be really hard to do because, man, this show was freaking amazing. But I'm telling you this, give me a season two where Oswald is been the kingpin, been at the top, and he's just running stuff now. I would love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I we would absolutely love to see it. And why don't we just get into the review? Josh, I know you have some words. I have some words. Let's just do it.
Uh, Phenomenal, amazing, breathtaking, brutal, um, breaking my heart,
Uh-huh.
like excitement, uh, like you name it, the show delivered. And episode one started off, but man, once you get to episode two, it kicks in and it drives off all the way up to the finale.
I thought
Now,
sorry, I'm
oh,
cutting you
go.
in. Go ahead.
No, you're fine, you're fine. And I just want to say, guys, like if you haven't either watched it yet or finished watching it, please do. Um, this is a phenomenal show. The way they did it without really having Batman at all in the show.
Was it
They
needed?
mentioned him twice, two times in the show, and that's it. And they killed it. And you're gonna watch the show, and in a way, when you first start off, you can kind of feel for the Penguin, for Oz, and eventually you start to see that nah, he's a monster. He's brutal, vicious. There's some things that he does in this show that I didn't think were gonna happen. And the season finale, man. Oh my god. The last like couple minutes, and Jeff knows, and I won't spoil it, but I did not see that coming in a million years. And honestly, it makes me pretty angry. But I'm kind of thinking, we might see some things play out. Obviously, in the Batman Part Two. So
Yeah, and that's what's going to
yeah.
happen next. I'm gonna jump in real quick again. Like it was up there in terms of a perfect like just single season. I know people have loves of like The Sopranos or uh, Sex in the City. I don't know,
Hmm.
whatever. Those are multiple seasons of shows, and people could say it's their favorite show of all time. But I have to go out there and say that this could possibly be one of the best in one season, one of the best shows I've ever seen. It
Exactly.
was unbelievable. So well done. It doesn't matter. Batman doesn't matter. Batman, you hear about when you heard that this is going into production, you're like, what do we need a Penguin show for? It does not matter. He could be in another completely different universe that Batman does not exist. It was phenomenal. So well done, so well acted, so well produced, so well directed, so well written, just everything on point. Awards will be won for this show, Josh. Mark my words. Awards will absolutely be won for this show. The performances are just unbelievable. And the way it ends, you get angry at yourself because there were somehow you look back and you're like, shit, I was rooting for this guy. What the hell was it? It happens naturally, us as humans, relating to somebody wanting to better their lives. Jesus, man, I cannot believe how great it was. Yo, you got to start
Hey,
it, Caleb.
start that tonight. Like,
Gotta start it. Gotta start
you
it,
know
man.
what?
Because yeah,
If you would have told me that Colin Farrell played as the Penguin, and like I did, like if I didn't know or see his name on the credits, you would never in a
never
million
know. You
years would
never
have guessed
know.
that's him.
Never know. But that's our little review here of the Penguin. It's must see. It's must see TV. Like honestly, especially if you're a comic book fan. Granted, you're not going to see any like any. It's a gangster film or series.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is. It's a mob series. So well done. I enjoyed it more than The Sopranos. I have to say. All right, everybody, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because we're going to move on to the second part of Joshua's segment here which is called. Actually, let's just have Caleb just tell us what it's called. Caleb Leland, please tell us.
He's a comic book we love and trust, that he spills the tea for us. It's Josh's Rumor Report.
That's right. It's Josh's Rumor Report, where he tells you the news he hears on the streets. This is not fact-based news, but these are things that you need to keep your eyes on. Is that right, Josh?
Potentially. I mean, some of it could be obviously BS, or some of it could come true.
For
Sounds
sure.
like Robert Downey Jr. becoming Dr. Doom.
I could tell you for sure, like, one of them is absolutely BS. One of them is 100%.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, anything's possible, and like we just talked about, Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. Anybody,
sure. You never saw that happening. But why don't we just get into it? Josh's Rumor Report. What do you got? What do you have first for us? Please tell us.
Yeah, we're gonna go into some MCU news, and this is kind of interesting as a rumor, and maybe it'll be fun. So, Madeline Klein is rumored to be in talks to be in Spider-Man 4. Now, when you're looking at her, I'm hearing there's potentially maybe two roles she could play, and one of them is potentially Black Cat or Gwen Stacy. Now, just a rumor, and my opinion is this, I don't know this actress, so I don't know what she's been in. I don't know about Black Cat. I mean, if they change the hair and everything. But maybe she could be a Gwen Stacy as well. Spider Gwen, maybe, who knows? We'll have to see. I don't know, but
I'll tell you what, here's the deal. Definitely Black Cat. We've already seen Gwen Stacy. I'm interested, and I think a majority of fans are interested in Black Cat on the screen. So please cast her as Black Cat. Yes, Caleb, she is very lovely indeed. All right, moving on to our second piece of your rumor report. What do you have?
So we're going to talk some Fantastic Four rumors, and potentially we might get to see the children of the FF. We might see Franklin Richards and Valeria Richards in Fantastic Four Steps. I would honestly be open to this, and it kind of had me thinking, like, why did they cast an older actor like Pedro to be Reed Richards? And that kind of makes sense. Maybe we will see the children pop up.
Good point. Yeah, there's so much lore with these kids right here. I mean, Franklin Richards, I think, was born in the late 60s, maybe early 70s. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a lot of lore there, especially Valeria, for sure. All right, we have one more piece of rumor report from Joshua, and then we get into a big deal here. Alicia, my fiance, will be on the cannon. Get your questions ready. Ask Alicia. But here we go. Final piece of news. This is interesting, actually.
Yeah, this is big, guys. I'm hearing from my sources and from other sources of the internet, especially the dark web, we would call it.
Yeah,
it's
dark.
one of the it's pretty bad over there. But rumor is that a new Batman. Well, it's not even a rumor, right? We know Batman's going to be in the DCU, but rumor is I may be auditioning and playing for Batman in the DCU. Is that going to be the case? We'll have to wait and see and find out. I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I really have no doubt in my mind that you will not be cast as Batman. I would, put my stake in comic book canon on that. How about that? Don't take offense to that, please, because right now we have to end this this segment that we call Look, if you didn't get enough of Joe.
He's a comic book we love and trust, that he spills the tea for us. It's Josh's Rumor Report.
Caleb Leland, right there ends Josh's rumor report. That's right. Each week, every week, you get to ask, or Josh will bring us the news and the rumors that are not substantiated. Right now, I want to let you all know that Alicia will be coming in to answer any questions that you may have, my fiance. But before we do that, we need to say hello to you fine people. So, Joshua, why don't we do that? Caleb Leland in the house. We got Immortal Scruffy in the house as well.
Yep.
We have Bond.
Oh.
Bond. Oh, Alicia's getting ready. She's getting ready. She's ready. We have Josh, you're in the house too, I have to say. Heroes Reborn, Dr. Plagueis. Okay. But why don't we get into it? You know, normally we do a segment called Ask Joe, but this time around we're going to do a segment called
Ask Alicia. And Jeff.
Yes, you're coming in right now. You're live. Ah, there she is, my fiance, Alicia. Hello. So right now we're going to do the segment called Ask Alicia, and we have we already have one question. But Josh, I think you may have a question as well for Alicia.
I do. So, Alicia, I'm wondering if you could tell me what kind of shampoo does Jeff wear or use for his hair?
She thought this would be really hard. Now she's loving it. She's not going to want to leave.
Oh, I can come up with a harder question. I just, trying to break the ice here a little bit.
Right here.
You don't use
right.
shampoo.
I use the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dr. Squatch soap. I just put that on my head.
You
Very
have no hair.
Very good question. I know. Thank you for that, Josh. I'm sure you have another question. Caleb Leland, ask Alicia, what comic book character do you want to finally get their flowers in film? So I'm thinking he wants to see what comic book character that has been on film, or maybe you haven't seen yet, that you'd like to see on film.
I don't know.
She's not a comic book fan, but go ahead.
I mean, I do. No, she's already on film. That's one.
But I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
There's actually going to be a revamped Wonder Woman. That will happen soon in the DCU. So Wonder Woman in James Gunn's DCU. Everybody get your questions in for Ask Alicia. Hashtag Ask Alicia. See, it says it right there. Joshua, I know you have another question. Go ahead.
Josh is so funny.
If you could play one character in the MCU or DCU, who would you play?
I know who you're going to say. We already said it. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, Wonder Woman. I love her. Like she's amazing.
I get
strong,
her covers of Wonder Woman every time I go out and see one. She loves Wonder Woman. That could be your favorite character. You never stated that as such.
And then for Halloween, I was Wonder Woman.
That's fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about Marvel character?
What's that?
What about a Marvel character?
Marvel character is gonna be tough. Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
Captain America, Hulk,
Captain Carter.
I mean, I just like I was watching.
I know who she's gonna say right now. She was literally watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah. She loves Gamora. Yeah. Am I right? The green one. Yeah. The green not one. Drax. She doesn't. Yeah. Not Drax. Moving on. Immortal Scruffy. Ask Alicia, who's your favorite comic book character and why? We kind of already answered that, but expand on it. Who's your favorite comic book character?
Wonder Woman, of course.
And why?
She's very strong. Very strong, very
beautiful.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful. Speaking of, all right, get your questions in for Ask Alicia. Josh, we forgot to do this. The featured episode issue right here. We're a mess without Joe.
Oh, yeah. Hey, actually, speaking of the featured episode, look at that. It's Wonder Woman.
It is Wonder Woman. It is a Wonder Woman issue. And I like to think that I dedicated this to my fiance. Can we say that that's the fact, Joshua?
Look, Jeff called me up last night and he was like, I've been waiting for issue 204 of comic book canon. And I was like, why, Jeff? And like, because it's Alicia's favorite character. She's gonna love this. I've been thinking about this for the last 20 years now. And I said, Jeff, we have to do this. So 100%, this is for her. And Jeff, this is a great idea.
Yes, facts. And here's the deal with this issue too. This introduces her sister Nubia, so it is a key issue, but it also is key because Wonder Woman regains her powers and her costume back after 4 years of doing some crazy different direction, which we can talk about at a later date, my love. All right. Next question. This infuriates me right here from Nori Jordan. Alicia, how did you and Joe meet? How long did it take before you realized he is a comic fan? Joe. He thinks that you're Joe's fiance. So I'm really upset with Jordan Nori at this point. What do I do about this, Josh? Like, this is uncomfortable for everybody, including you, is it not?
I mean, look,
He's your nemesis, by the way.
I think he's just got you guys confused. I mean, let's be honest. Joe's got nothing on you. You're the more handsome, bald guy we have on the show.
Am I right?
You know.
Or is Josh right? Okay. How did you and I meet, and how long did it take before you realized I was a comic book fan?
Oh, I feel like you were hiding it from me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I was like,
didn't tell me that.
This woman, I can't let her leave me because of my comic book fandom. She has to get. I had to sink the hooks into her, and then I tell her I'm a diehard comic book fan. I'll tell you what, her reaction was like, "Oh, cool, great,
yeah.
That's great."
Yeah.
But how did we meet? Basically, she was in danger on this bridge, the Queensboro Bridge, and she was hanging by one hand, and I came in and swooped. I was on these
like
web.
spider.
Yeah, I was shooting webs. I was web slinging around New York City, and I just picked her up and I saved the day. That's exactly what happened right there.
Right.
So good question, Nori Jordan. Joe's gonna love the fact that you confused us. So Joshua, she was nervous about this, and I told her there's no need to be. She's great in front of camera. I mean, come on.
I mean, look, I was nervous my first episode, but we have a great community. People love being on here. It's always relaxed, and I hope that we get to see you a little bit more from time to time on the show.
I agree 100%. I guarantee you 99% of the community wants to see more Alicia.
I don't know. I don't know if they want to see me. I don't know. I don't know much
best.
Oh, no. Listen.
Talk about better half. This one's truly my better half.
I think the audience would rather see you than Jeff.
That's fact. All right, let's take a vote here. By the way, best community on the planet. Of course, we have the most popular YouTube show on the planet.
Yeah, we got 12 million viewers right now watching us.
12 million viewers right now to see you. It's 12 million. You realize that? That number's 13. Just jumped up to 13 now that they see you. So, yes. All right. So, Joshua, I think we're gonna, kind of let her go. She did her duty. I was very happy she said that she would do it. She was back and forth, but Josh, you helped convince her otherwise. I don't think this is going to be the last you see Alicia on an episode of Comic Book Canon.
That's true. I guess I have to get used to
it. Literally, she wasn't prepared for this at all. She just jumped right in, and I think she did a fantastic job. We could all give her a round of applause as well. We have a new segment we're going to debut right now, though. You saw it, right? You saw this new segment? Did you know?
Yeah.
You liked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna jump into that right now. Alicia loves Jeff. Yeah, do you?
Yes.
Well, you're not going anywhere just yet. You have to wait till you walk off when I play the segment, okay? So it looks like you just magically disappeared. But she didn't. She's just going to go upstairs and go to bed. But Joshua, we have this new segment that you don't even know about. It's called Did You Know? And it's about Superman.
I did not know.
So why don't you take a look while we take a break?
Did you know, in the 1933 story, The Reign of the Superman, Superman was a bald, telepathic villain. It wasn't until 1938 that Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster reimagined him as the hero we know. Can you imagine what that could have looked like if he remained a villain? I shudder to think. What is up with that face paint? Oh, he looks corny. Who pissed in his cornflakes? Look at that furrowed brow. Honestly, who are you yelling at? I will speak for the Legion of fans by saying, thank goodness Jerry and Joe changed their minds. Superman turned out to be just perfect.
All right, Joshua, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think?
A 10.
That's good to hear. Yes,
I like this new edition. That was interesting. I'm a DC guy, and I did not know that Superman originally was bald. Clearly, I mean, I guess they got the inspiration from Lex Luthor,
Yes, for
but
sure.
that's
Definitely.
you know what? I like that new idea for the segment, and it'll be cool because there's a lot of interesting stuff that I feel like even diehard collectors may not even know about. So, yeah.
Yeah, and yes, Caleb, good mention right there. It is Chet narrating. He is dipping his toe back in the waters slowly. He's not ready for us just yet to explain how he's back or why, but he wanted to be part of the community. So that is absolutely Chet narrating. Good call on that.
I had a grape soda put in my mailbox recently, so I'm assuming I don't know if Chet's trying to do a peace offering or he's just alerting me. But
He's got a different. I guarantee you, he's got a different point of view in life. When we saw him in episode 200, he definitely felt it was a more humble version of Chet. Wouldn't you say?
humbled or skinnier, maybe a little bit better looking, maybe less 3D-ish.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, you are going to see more Chet before the end of the year. We could promise you that. All right, this episode's going quick again because we don't have Joe. You know what I mean? But I can't believe we're already at this segment that I always forget what it's called. So could you help me out? By the way, we'll have a popcorn next week. We'll have our popcorn next week.
I remember that there's a bunch of segments on the show, Jeff.
What will we end the show with?
I know it has something to do with comics.
It sure does.
Okay.
And that's one of the words, I think.
Is it something to do with a comic coming from a certain place?
Yes.
Okay. So comic coming from a certain place. I mean, is it something that is a fresh idea?
Yeah, it's fresh from the comic shop, fly from the pressing salon. Like we ask you, the viewers, every week to send in your fresh gets, and you never disappoint. That's right. We love taking a look at your fresh gets. And if it's not reward enough sharing your fresh gets with the community, you could actually win a monthly book with this. That leads into, once you win the monthly book, you are already in the running to win the yearly book, which is the bigger book of the year, obviously. So I just want to get into, courtesy of EGS and Spider-Dude Comics each and every week. They give us some bangers, is what the kids say, don't they? Some bangers. Yeah. This one's no joke right here. This is Extreme Venomverse #1, the Ryan Stegman variant cover, 9.8. Look at that beautiful customized label, which EGS is famous for. That's right. Beautiful looking book as well. You can win that this month. That's right. This month we have semifinal. We have one semifinal that is over, and we're setting up for our other semifinal. So we're looking for 2 semifinalists. One of them will be announced tonight, and you will be in the running for this book right here. EGS and Spider-Dude, proud partners. Can't thank them enough. The links are down below. EGS, proprietary cases, customized label. There's nobody like them out there at all. Also, if you could save 5% off using your EGS order using the code CANON5. Optional custom labels, free graders, notes, and fast turnaround times. EGS Comics Grading.com. That's right. Check it out. Now, we look for 3 criteria when we move on. When we move people on to the semifinals, whether it's us or a guest. First criteria is take a well-composed shot, get artistic with it. Don't take it in a grimy bathtub like Josh used to do, right? Am I right, Josh?
It used to be with my grandmom's dirty rug.
Yeah, disgusting. And you saw your toes that you never cut either. Like you
didn't
mean to get the toes in the shot.
Leaking out.
Anyway, so yeah, take a well-composed shot. Joshua, what's the second piece of criteria we use?
Give us something unique. Now, unique doesn't mean a $100 million book.
No.
$50,000, $30,000 book. Unique means something that maybe we haven't seen before. Could be a dollar bin book. Could be a golden age horror book that nobody knows about. That my name is Jeff, and look at my golden age horror collection. Oh, sorry, Jeff. I mean, my name's Joe. Look at my golden age horror collection.
Always
Listen,
Jeff.
folks,
So one-dimensional,
make
by
it
the way.
make it unique. Make it something that, like, again, we haven't seen before. Um, just something that, like, I don't want to see Batman issue 600. I've seen 1,000 of them. Okay, I see them through the dollar bins all the time. Give me something good, something that I can get behind and be like, wow, that's an interesting book to look at.
For sure. And finally, pull at our heartstrings, tug at our heartstrings. Give us a good story. Tell us what this book means to you and why. Again, a lot of people will send them books that reminds them of a family member or is sentimental about the first book that they ever picked up and lost it and had to pick it up again. Let us know what this book means to you. That goes a long way, probably more than the other two previous ones. So before we really get into it, why don't we check out the semifinals that we had? We had Caleb Leland versus Union Josh Comics and kind of like a horror off from October. And we have to say that Union Josh is moving on to the finals to potentially win this beautiful Venom book. Well done, both of you, especially that Dark Shadows right there is a deep cut. But Union Josh is moving on, Joshua. You're not Union Josh. You do
not me. No,
not you. But well done. By the way, if you're into Fresh from the Comic Shop and you want a t-shirt, you could order one down below via CNGO. All right, just to remind everybody, January was Mike Haggs' month. February, we had Dr. Plagueis win. March was Mons Comics. April was Nukes Comics. May was Kaboom Comics. June, we had Super Crispy done with Kaboom actually drawing that beautiful cover right there. July, we had Nori Jordan. In August was Raising Elm. Look at that. That is unbelievable.
I love that.
September, we had C to the G. October was Goonish Lurker. And we are on November. So why don't we just get into it, shall we, Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Why not? I do not have my notes up, so tell a funny story while I get that up. No funny story? Oh, I do have it up. My bad. Never mind. We're good. All right, here we go. So first submission we have is Comic Demon. Here we go again, posting my old comics. Comic Gats from months back. Great looking G.I. Joe books. That old school figure look. Yeah, you had those the bubble packs they call them with the figures in there, and I cannot remember what this guy's name is, but he's part of that fun group. I should know this. I'm at a loss for words, and I'm sorry. Joshua, do you have anything for your first fresh get of the week?
I do. How many are we doing tonight, Jeff?
Just do 3. Each of us, we could do 3.
I'd start it off. I have a Supergirl issue number 23. I believe Connor Mounts did this variant cover.
Oh, nice.
A great Supergirl and Crypto variant.
Yeah.
We know Crypto's coming in Supergirl, and I love those two. Excited to see that team up. So, yeah, that's one of my first fresh gets of the week.
That is outstanding. Well done, Joshua. I'm just going to... did not mean to remove you, buddy, even though you do get removed quite a bit each episode. I'm going to do my first fresh get of the week as well. I've been loving this Green Lantern series. This is number 17. Oh, look at it. I just love these dynamic covers that we're getting. Just gorgeous work by... I cannot remember who the artist is. That's pretty pathetic of me. But look at Hal. He's not having it. He is not happy right there. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Is that part of the Absolute series, or is that just...
No. This is all in. This is issue number 17. It's I can't wait. We better get an Absolute Green Lantern, am I right?
Yeah, Green Lantern's really not my bag.
I'm just saying we better. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I maybe. I mean, he's like kind of like...
We will. Let's leave it alone like that. We will. We're going to move on to Nori Jordan, by the way, and this is a big one right here. So, in all seriousness, I know you hate him. However, we got to give give props to this. The guy got his grail right here. And look at this. You look at it, you're like, what are you talking about? He's got his grail. He's got 80 of these issues. He doesn't. This is the first one of this. And this one we have this year. I picked up some great books, but this week I added a book I never thought I would have. It may come as a surprise to many, but I love the Thunderbolts. That was sarcasm, by the way. I'm lucky to have 2 direct CGC 9.8 copies of Hulk 449 in my collection, but 9.8 newsstand has been out of reach. This book is very expensive and rare, so I assumed this is a book I may not ever have. Luckily, I have Andrew to thank at Golden Standard Collectibles for making this dream come true. He's a great seller, worth checking out. Adding this book to my collection was extremely exciting, and I honestly don't know how to top this one. Now I am just counting down to the Thunderbolts movie. Life is good. Take care, everyone. Well done, Jordan, Nori. Well done indeed. Joshua, your second fresh get of the week. What do you have?
I'm sorry. I was just sleeping because we just saw another Thunderbolts issue 1. No, congratulations to him. Congratulations to him. I know what it's like to get a grail. I'm super excited for him. So this next book I actually picked up with a local co-host, 360 Comics, at a con that just went down last week. And this is really cool. This is Hellboy's Seed of Destruction, issue number 1, the first ever solo Hellboy book.
Nice.
So, well, his first ever solo story. Love this. Hopefully, maybe Amazon Prime or Netflix, somebody can get the rights and do an actual show and give me some Hellboy love, because I'm dying for it. The recent movie, The Crooked Man, went to on demand, and it's, from what I hear, pretty bad.
I mean, the first 2 movies were great. The second one was like, but I have heard nothing about the third one. Like nothing. All right, my second fresh get of the week, real quick, guys. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have to pee so bad, so we're going to get through this quick. Is Transformers number 14. Love the cover. The Decepticon, that's the space shuttle. Love this series. Love it. All right, moving on. We have, oh boy, who do we have? Oh, Scruffy Comics. This week I found this silly little key book. Marvel presents Wolverine number 45. Hulk Hogan versus the Hulk in the main story. The Incredible Hulk challenges Hulk Hogan to a fight over the use of the name Hulk. What a silly idea for a story. But the story brings me back to the late 80s when I was a huge Hulkamaniac and loved me some Lou Ferrigno, Incredible Hulk. My favorite Hulk, by the way, that explains a lot, because he has Scruffy has Lou Ferrigno Hulk as his avatar. I love this submission, Joshua. I just want your few comments here.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I didn't know that. That's pretty sweet.
I didn't know that either. I used to collect Marvel Comics Presents. I don't think I collected this high in the run, but that's one that's worth checking out. Definitely. Joshua, your third fresh get of the week.
Yep. So my third one is actually from our co-host, Joe, 360 Comics. This is an amazing book. This is World's Finest number 88. And this is the first ever team up between the Joker and Lex Luthor.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a big DC guy. I don't know if you can see, but right down, and probably not. Yeah. Hang on, people.
What?
Right down here, there's a chip, a piece missing out of the corner. It's, mid-grade. I think it's a 3.0 to 3.5, Joe said, but first team up between Lex and Joker. I love that. It's one of those team appearances that first team up rogue villains that I just, been wanting to have for a long time. So shout out to Joe.
Yeah, I love that pickup, and I love that pickup especially for you. That is a great. I love the fact first Lex and Joker. My third fresh get of the week, guys. I've been talking about Energon. I love the Energon universe. That came out last year. My favorite kind of shared universe this year has got to be Ghost Machine. This is Red Coat number 7. Gorgeous cover, beautiful, just solemn. Obviously, we know something's going on there. All right, moving on. Here we have the guy delivers every week. Raising Elm. Howdy, comic fan. I will be brief. Over the last several months, I have been grabbing the issue of the Ultimate X-Men run. Issue 9 came out this week. I haven't read them yet, but I plan to one day. For now, I will simply appreciate the way Peach Momoko commands the spectrum of colors on these amazing covers. Hope y'all are doing well. Much love, comic fam. Josh, like seriously, he does it every single week. I love his submissions.
I don't know how he does it too. And you know, it's the kicker too is like he won. And you know, still, even if you win, go ahead and submit. We encourage it. But man, it's
Justin.
Ellen somehow always steps it up. Every submission he submits just gets better and better. And like, I'm just like amazed by this. This is like it's phenomenal.
Yeah, well done, Justin, as always. All right, finally, we have two more submissions. Dr. Plagueis, a little near and dear to my heart right there, recently picked up this Hal Jordan Green Lantern. I own many versions of Hal. However, this version is based off his Volume 4, which is my single favorite run of comics ever. I highly recommend this run to any comic book reader, as well as the Blackest Night and Brightest Day miniseries. Yes, for sure. Blackest Night was awesome. Brightest Day was okay, but Blackest Night, y'all should be reading that. Justin, we see you. We always see. Oh, you heard us good. Nice to see you. Letting you know the show is ending short because Joe isn't here, first off. Second off, I have to pee so bad. So we're going to get into this final submission. Then the judge isn't even here today, by the way. Josh and I are going to make our decision. Here we go. Nukes Comics, fresh from the comic shop, Amazing Spider-Man 428. Rose has resurrected a seemingly dead Doc Ock. Now he's after Spider-Man with reckless abandon. Will Spidey survive this onslaught? Who says run fills can't be fun filled? I picked this up from DBS. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good stuff indeed. All right, Joshua. There are two people who are eligible this time around. That is Comic Demon. And I love me some G.I. Joes, as you know. I love. And Scruffy Comics.
Yep.
So I have my pick right here.
I got my pick too.
You want to say it at the same time? Because I guarantee you we have the same picks.
Sure. You want to do like 1, 2, 3, and then go?
Yes. Ready?
All right, ready? You do the countdown.
1, 2, 3. Scruffy's Comics!
Scruffy Comics! Yep.
Scruffy Comics, you are moving on to the semifinals for... Let me just bring it up. Hold on. Where is it? For November, you are going to be battling next week's semifinalist. That's right. Next week's semifinalist.
Josh.
Yeah, to go after this November book. Love it. All right, guys, listen, we're cutting the episode short. I have to pee real bad. Fact of the matter, Joe isn't here. We will, Joshua, just give me a final ending, nice, tie it up in a nice bow this episode.
You know, look, we're missing 2 people of the canon. We're really worried about them. Hopefully they'll come back to us. But other than that, I think me and Jeff did pretty great. We finally got the debut of Alicia on the show. Happy about that. And hopefully, you know, we'll see her down the line again. I had a great time. Thank you guys for joining. And I'm thinking about dragging this out more because I can see Jeff is
so bad.
dying over it. But I just say thank you guys. Like, subscribe. Everybody know about the show. Pass me on to Jeff.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you, the audience. You guys make this show. You are the engine of this show. And we will see you every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Until then, be good to yourself and be good to others. Peace.